start with Victor Osimhen there. Just a reminder that Chelsea are prepared to sign him on loan with an obligation to buy. Kwaku, makes perfect sense to come to you first. The lovely Chelsea badge just behind your head there. How exciting could this be? One of the biggest names in Europe potentially coming to the Premier League.
Big day, big name. This is what deadline day is all about. Victor Osimhen has been linked with Chelsea for a little while. He's a player that really starred for Napoli a couple of years ago, where he really broke out, scored 26 league goals. Especially when you look at Chelsea's frailties when it comes to putting the ball in the back of the net, especially from a striker, a proper number 9, who Chelsea haven't really had since Diego Costa in 2017. Osimhen has a fondness for Chelsea. Big hero was Didier Drogba. And so the link makes sense. It's the finances that's the difficulty. Gal talked about it there in terms of the huge wages he's on, signed the contract extension or new deal, which put him on some of the biggest wages in Serie A. But Chelsea need a striker. They've been linked with a few of them over the last couple of days. You can understand why a player like Victor Osimhen would be of interest to Chelsea, because he's a very, very good player.
You mentioned AFCON there. You were lucky enough to be up close and personal, you know, with Victor Osimhen, seeing him play live. Just what was he like? Because not everyone would have watched AFCON. So in that tournament, what was he like? What did you get from watching him?
Unfortunately for him, he wasn't prolific. Nigeria made it all the way to the final, but he only scored 1 goal in that competition. Did have 3 goals disallowed for various reasons, so it could have looked very different on the face of it. But what you did see is the player who's willing to do the work for the team. And under Enzo Maresca, you're going to need that. He's a manager that requires his players to all work, and he's mentioned that in pre-season, he's mentioned that in the season. And I think that Victor Osimhen can give you that. And also he's very decisive in front of goal. Unfortunately, in AFCON, he wasn't given those opportunities by his teammates. He's a player that... What I really like is that in Serie A, it wasn't a lot of set pieces, it wasn't a lot of penalties, it was a lot of non-penalty goals. You know, at Chelsea, Cole Palmer takes those penalties. So a player that can score goals from open play is definitely what Chelsea need. I think that Osimhen could deliver that for them.